Pramila, your first YouTube appearance. Hey everybody! So today we're gonna talk about Ninth Lord in the second house. Yes, here is the future star of YouTube. Here's the future star of the KRS Empire. So yes, this is the first time I've just brought her here because Mommy's making her milky. Meet Pramila Raj. Are you the future president? Huh? Oh, you're hungry? Pramila's hungry? Alright, can we get back to work now? Well, ladies and gentlemen, so today I just wanted to relax a bit for making this video because of the fact by the time you watch this video, I am probably going to be on my way to see Michael Jordan. Meeting Michael Jordan, shaking his hand. I'm not too sure if I want to take a picture with him because of the fact I don't want to be one of those people who are starstruck, but if I get a good opportunity to take a decent cool pic with him, I will. But definitely my whole goal is to go and meet with him and shake the hands of a man who have held 6 championship, 5 MVP trophies, 7 scoring titles, and whatnot. And he is the reason why I have became such a workaholic in my life. Seeing him and a couple of other people. But so yeah, if you're watching this video right now, I'm probably in Vegas right now and going to be meeting him. So, and obviously it's kind of like a mini vacation, so I'll still be working from there because I'll have my laptop. But my whole purpose is to just go see him and then come back, but my whole family's going. So anyway, today we're going to be doing Ninth Lord in the second house. And what happens when the planet that is controlling your 9th house in your horoscope is sitting in the second house. Okay, and obviously if you do not know where your second lord is and where your other lord through houses are, for that check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunctions, and Aspects at the Speed of Light. So what is the 9th house? 9th house represents your higher belief system. It is your higher spiritual beliefs, philosophical beliefs. It represents post-grad education like MBA, PhD. It represents your gurus, your teachers. It represents following the law of the land. It represents traveling to other places and experiencing different cultures and people of different ethnic backgrounds. This also shows that somebody may even travel regarding studies, if certain planets are in the 9th house or there's a support of 9th house there. And obviously it's a house of luck because it shows you how fortunate you feel in this life. So there are some people who are billionaires and they do not feel fortunate. They're not happy. They feel whatever they have, it's not making them happy. So it's a house that really makes you feel lucky in life. Well then, what is the second house? Second house represents what you value. It's your source of wealth, source of earning, how you make your money, how you derive your wealth in this life. And this is one of the most prominent houses regarding wealth and how you make your wealth. It represents your family lineage, family history, family business. Represents your vocal talent, your vocal cords. So when 9th Lord goes into the second house, the first thing tells me that this person loves to communicate about philosophy, spirituality, religion, and likes to broaden other people's horizon by speaking or writing. Why writing? Because 9th house is a house of publication. Second house is a house of communication and speaking, pretty much. And so you can publish your voice to the masses. You can publish your written work with Jupiter and Mercury here. So it makes a person, always value higher knowledge, higher philosophical thoughts. These people earn and they increase their bank balance, which is the second house, and what they value by interacting people of different cultures, by traveling, by through philosophy and spirituality. They suddenly gets premonition of how to increase their wealth. Like you could be suddenly, let's say you're having a conversation with me in Vegas in a bar, and I tell you something so profound spiritually and philosophically, it changes something in you, and you're like, oh my God, I can make money through this. So through philosophical conversation and through spiritual conversation with people of different backgrounds, and while you're traveling, can enhance your ability to make more money. It shows your gurus, your teachers add value to you. You value your teachers. You value your gurus in this world. And through those gurus, you're able to enhance your knowledge more, through which you will be able to make more money. And it shows that because the fact 9th house also represents the law, shows that you value justice. You value justice into this world. You value justice for yourself. So, and then as far as, feeling lucky, these people feel really fortunate when it comes to their assets, their money, their source of earning and money they feel lucky that what they're doing. Like, what am I doing here? I feel lucky doing what I love doing and making money from it. So I can even do more. I can even expand more. So, but this is pretty much what 9th Lord does in the 2nd house. Now, obviously, depending upon what planet is controlling the 9th house and sitting in the 2nd house may differentiate how you feel and how you value these scenarios. So let's discuss that. So let's say if Sun controls your 9th house, Sun goes into the 2nd house, what this shows is that you might have had a father or fatherly figure who was quite strict about having you follow the law, or having people follow the law and the rules in the family. Shows quite a strict father where he laid down the rules, laid down the law, and everything had to be abided by his philosophy, his spiritual and religious value. And those are the things that you grow up with, and so now you are that figure. You are looking at your father as somebody who instilled a lot of conservative value in you, somebody who instilled a lot of values regarding following strictly certain things and not going over towards things. Very traditional type of a father can be seen from this, where father might say, get a good job, study, become an engineer, doctor, and that's it. Father cannot see outside the horizon of this placement, because it's a sign ruled by Saturn. Saturn has a very limited view. Now, let's say if Moon controls your 9th house, Moon goes into the 2nd house, what this shows is that your mother instilled a lot of spiritual value in you. Your mother really showed you and broadened your horizon regarding spirituality and philosophy, and that's what you value. You value the female teachers that you interacted with in your life, motherly type teachers that interacted with you in your life. What you value is nourishing other people through spirituality and philosophy, nourishing other people by providing them knowledge. So great teachers are seen from this. Let's say, and because Moon represents your emotions and Moon represents your mind is extremely philosophical, intelligence, and values spirituality, and your emotions feel balanced when you're traveling and meeting other people from different cultures. When you're reading books, when you're reading and being around your own mother who always talks to you about philosophical things, so you cherish her more than anybody else. If Mercury controls the 9th house, goes into the 2nd house, shows somebody who makes a brilliant writer, brilliant communicator, great public speaker, like somebody like Tony Robbins, who makes earnings by speaking, by communicating. Whether it's a motivational speaker, whether it's a PR speaker. And these people can earn their money through teaching. These people, their communicative ability, their speech is very philosophical. When you talk to these people, like especially with this and Jupiter placement, you just know that, man, these people have some great intelligence in them. And through higher learning, through attaining higher education, their logical and analytical mind increases. Let's say if Venus controls your 9th house, goes into the 2nd house, shows that you value a romantic partner who has broadened their horizon through traveling. You appreciate people and you marry people, somebody from outside of your religion, outside of your boundaries of your community. Like you were traveling and you met your wife and they add values. You want a wife who adds value of philosophy and spirituality in you, or religion in you, who adds value of traveling. You want a spouse who has a travel bug with you. And these people make great art dealers, great cultural teachers, anthropology teachers, somebody who loves culture, art, painting, food. Great chefs can be seen from these kind of a placement of Venus. Let's say if Mars controls your 9th house. Mars goes into the 2nd house. What this shows that somebody who will have a really authoritative speech, somebody who is going to be laying down the law, somebody who's going to follow the law and fight for philosophy, religion, and the law. So this can make people very extremist. They can make lawyers, great lawyers who will fight for either family estate, fight for your money out there, who earn their living by either being policeman, soldier, or a lawyer. And these are the people who have a very harsh speech regarding philosophy and religion. Like if they're extremely philosophical or religion, they only want to make people follow what they believe in. They don't know anything else. Like a soldier has only one aim, is to kill the other soldier and win the war. They don't care about philosophical discussion with their opponents. Same thing. If they have a mission to instill a certain value in you, they will not care about anything else, and they will do whatever they can to make that happen. Let's say if your Jupiter is in the controls the 9th house, goes into the 2nd house, shows these people can make their earnings through writing books, because 9th house is the house of publishing, and like Mercury, Jupiter expands other people's horizons by speaking. Jupiter makes a great philosophical teacher, great spiritual teacher. You can earn your living as a teacher, as a guidance, as a counselor. These people can make great estate lawyers, because Jupiter is a Karaka of finance and is Karaka of 2nd and 9th house respectively. So you can deal with family finances regarding through law. But mainly these people, when they speak the truth, they speak philosophically, spiritually, and all their main mission in this life is to expand people's horizon regarding the true image of the 9th house. 9th house is not just religion, it's about just expanding your horizon so you become a better person. That's what Jupiter wants to do. And through conjunction and aspects, obviously it's going to differ how it maneuvers its way into people's life. Jupiter here likes to give hope through its speech to people. Let's say if Saturn controls the 9th house, goes into the 2nd house, shows somebody who may be extremely conservative and has a very narrow source of very narrow-minded person. Somebody who only thinks this way through a binocular and has a very strict image of religion's philosophy and spirituality until they turn 42. The older they get, then slowly their horizon starts to expand, because Saturn is a very slow-moving planet. It really gives you things related to philosophy, religion, and what true 9th house image is later on in life. Early on in life shows that you may have grown up in a very strict environment, very strict, power-stricken environment. You may have had a lot of lack of luck, lack of money, lack of resources. These are the people who can suddenly become those self-made millionaires, self-made billionaires, because they grew up in such a harsh environment that they work 10 times harder than the other person, because they know they do not want to go back to that life again that they grew up in. And through going through a lot of hardship early on in life, later on they have an extremely well view of the philosophical world, spiritual world. Early on, if you ask them about their philosophical view, it may not be so great unless they have other support. But when they reach their middle age, they do great in terms of teaching you, because they attain the wisdom and the maturity with Saturn, with this placement. They make great novel writers, because Saturn is a slow-moving planet who does things in a long way, and novel writing is a long process. Okay? So guys, this is my analysis of 9th Lord in the 2nd house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know where your 9th Lord is placed, and if it's in the 2nd house, for that, check out the links here and check out my astrological report and my books to learn everything about astrology. Otherwise, we'll see you after meeting Michael Jordan.